Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Belle Collective Season 3 Reunion Part 1. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. First of all, I want to say, Carlos Kane, I see you came out here in this little suit, honey. Ain't got no shirt on underneath. Nah, but that suit was clean, though. I said, look at Carlos. Baby, Carlos be showing up in the suit department. So, anywho, child, let's get into this mess of a reunion. The cast is arriving for a 3-part reunion. Now, nothing happened to warrant a damn 3-part reunion. Okay, not nothing. Carlos is going in to check on the girls, honey. You know he really be playing the black Andy Cohen at these reunions, child. I just want to say this before we even get started. Side note. Letitia, girl, why are you dressed like Vanessa Bell Calloway's character from Coming to America? Hair and all. Baby, it was a fool. You can tell Glenn don't care. Because Glenn should have pulled you to the side and said, baby, don't do that. And I know you probably would have looked at him and said, whatever, you lie. Oh, child. When I saw Letitia or Letitia, or however you want to pronounce it, come out in that high ponytail and that gold dress, I said, Letitia, this right here is a fool. So the ladies hit the stage. Each one of them are introduced one by one. Now, I did love the way that the stage was set up, baby. The budgets are getting better. The budgets are budgeting. I said, now, this is a setup. It looked so pretty. I was not a fan of anyone's dress, not one. But if I had to go with anybody, I would go with Latrice first place and Akeisha second. Because, like, what is the theme? Everybody's just coming out. Latrice is dressed for a funeral. Letitia is in cosplay. You got Marie and her finger waves dressed like Blade. Honey, I don't know what was going on. You know, Sophia Shantae So Gucci always going to give us a cutout moment. And then you have Akeisha, and she's dressed for the prom. And then there's a little bit of feathers on Tambra Cherie. So I'm just confused. I don't know what's going on, honey, but let's just get into it. So we start first with Letitia and Latrice and their friendship or their frenemy-ship. So, baby, they ain't on the stage 5 minutes. Carlos asked Tisha why the 9 to 5 comment was offensive. So Letitia was like, well, I was getting emails and calls. Girl, please. Marie and Sophia Shantae So Gucci was the one that was gassing you up. They called you. Let's just keep it real. Nobody was calling and texting and emailing you. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. As soon as they told you it was offensive, they fed you your thoughts. As soon as they told you it was offensive, then all of a sudden it was offensive. So Latrice is like, that's a lie because you said that your sister enjoyed it. She was like, yeah, my sister. So, baby, they start getting into it. So now they going back and forth and back. Mind y'all, we ain't been on the stage 5 minutes, okay? And then Latrice cussing, Tisha cussing. Tisha said Latrice is miserable. Latrice said Letitia want her life. Then Letitia called her a bit. I said, baby, not a bit. Okay, this is just getting out of control. Neither one of y'all's men are worth a damn. Okay, worth not now piece of a damn. But if I had to choose a cute coin, I'm down to the goddess Lance. And Letitia, why you saying that she jealous of you and want your life, you should have got her to get you some wig Tamar. Do you have some wig edge Tamar? Y'all remember when Latrice used to pronounce it Tamar, and I'm thinking Tamar Braxton, honey, and she was saying tamer, edge tamer. So looking at this lace on Letitia's wig, honey, we need some wig Tamar. Baby, this is a fool. You need to make a discount code Latrice, #lace, honey, and give us 50% off. Moving forward. So, baby, Letitia real mad. And it sounds like some truth to what was told to Tambra because she's just too mad. I mean, she was really using some oomph with those words. I said she is really mad at Latrice. And this cannot just be because of that dang on 9 to 5 comment. Because truth be told, I mean, none of us want to work. 9 to 5 entrepreneurship is 24/7. We don't want to do nothing. We just want money to fall from the sky and we can pay our bills. Let's just really be real. Now, some people were offended. I'm not going to take that away. Because it's like, girl, everybody don't want to be an entrepreneur. Okay, nobody got time for that. But if you were in that building for that brunch, it made me believe that you don't like working a 9 to 5. I mean, is it just me? So anywho, Carlos wants to know, where is all this coming from? And so Latrice said, well, Letitia and Marie used to call me to conspire on three-way. So the both of them are looking at her like, what? Girl, call you to conspire who? Latrice said, y'all used to call me and try to conspire against the other heifers. So here go Carlos talking about, Latrice, you had tears in your eyes. And I know it's because you love Letitia. Baby, please. I wish I would care for a flip-flopper that just called me a bitch. Okay. Anywho, Carlos was asking about the drinking and if Latrice was drunk. So then Kiki said, well, I wasn't there, but people were asking me if she was drunk. Let's ask who was passing around the drinks. Why don't we ask that question? Then they turned to Marie, and Marie was like, well, I think she was a little tipsy. No, Marie, say what you said. Because when you and Sophia and Shantae and Soguchi and all her aliases were down there with Letitia down to that damn Enterprise, y'all all said that she was drunk. Now all of a sudden she was a little bit tipsy. And Akeisha, who told you this woman was tipsy or drunk or whatever y'all saying? I just don't like that narrative. Like, oh, she just drinking her troubles away. People in glass houses. Okay. So now on to Latrice versus Sophia Shantae Soguchi. And Carlos, not you calling Sophia Shantae Soguchi by her three names, honey. We love to see you be an opinionator, okay? Baby, because I started that. So shout out to us, okay? They go on with that. And that was Sophia's only storyline. So let's talk about it. Carlos was asking about the real estate deal for the commercial property. So she was saying that, they found a building, but the building fell through. And all she needed for Sophia to do is like get some contracts and stuff together. But Sophia had to draft up these papers. She wasn't doing nothing. And Latrice was working with two realtors at the same damn time. And the second one found her a building when the first one fell through. So Sophia didn't have any contracts or anything in place to even say that she was working exclusively with Sophia. Okay, Latrice, now, girl, you cannot be working with two people at the same time. I feel like you should have communicated that you were moving forward with someone else because she was not putting in the work. Now, I'm not saying you run after her, but y'all were forming a friendship. When she first came on the scene, you were introducing her as if y'all were cool. So if you are semi-cool with this person, you could at least call her and say, girl, you ain't doing nothing. So therefore, and thus and such, I already signed for another building. I'm just saying. Moving forward. So then Carlos asked if she owed Triple S an apology. She said, no, I don't owe her nothing. Girl, I know that's right. So after that failed, because Carlos was trying to pull out an apology that wasn't happening, he turned to Sophia and he said, well, girl, you needed to have some contracts in place. So she said she thought they were cool and they were close. So she was basically dragging her feet. Listen, when my money is on the line, I'm sending all the DocuSign documents ASAP. Okay, you wouldn't even be able to get out the parking lot. I'd be like, girl, you know what? Let's just stand side by side. I'm going to send it to you on my phone. Girl, that is a huge commission. Make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, cool or not. Business is business. So then Latrice said, I lied about her being the number one realtor in Jackson. That was to kind of like zhuzh her up in her introduction and her storyline or whatever to come on the show. So Akeisha said, well, I don't know about you lying about whatever that is, but Sophia is doing very well for herself. She is doing really great and closing on several homes. So Latrice said, oh, I know what she closing on. Akeisha said, yeah, I know you know because you be having people look it up. Now Marie gonna sit over there with her hypocritical self and say, oh, not you got people looking up stuff. Not you going and bringing documents. Marie, I know you ain't talking. When you and Letitia sat down there with that man and got in Tambra's business when you should not have, I know you ain't talking. Girl, this don't even make no sense for you to say one word. And this cast of women always going behind each other's backs and looking things up. I wouldn't trust none of y'all. Do you hear me? Not none. Because all y'all looking stuff up. And Akeisha, you probably be looking stuff up too. You be sitting high and looking low like you don't be doing nothing you ain't got no business doing. But I know you do. Because if you hang with Sophia Shantae Soguchi and she hang with Marie, then I know y'all doing something y'all ain't got no business doing. Moving forward. So Akeisha tells Latrice, girl, don't nobody want to be you but you. And I feel like you're projecting and hiding behind something. So, she's analyzing Latrice and whatnot. So Latrice said, okay, we'll agree to disagree. Akeisha said, what we disagreeing on? Girl, she's disagreeing about your assessment of her. What are you saying? Girl, goodbye. This reunion is Latrice versus the collective. When I tell you they had a problem with Latrice, Akeisha, when you stop being cool with Latrice? That's what I want to know. Because I feel like you aren't above the drama. You try to pretend like you are, but you are in the mess just like everybody else. Because I don't remember y'all having a falling out. I'm so confused on that. So then they switch gears and now we're talking about Ferris Street. Kiki say everybody want to say she stole a blueprint from TT, but she didn't. Everything that she's doing was before she even met Letitia. So then Letitia then tells us that she talked to Akeisha on the phone and, you know, this one, her marriage was kind of falling the hell apart and she needed some money. So Akeisha had the funds and she had the vision. So Carlos wanted to know why she didn't join forces with Letitia. Here go Kiki stuttering. I can tell you're lying because when you're replying, stutter, 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 stutter. Honey, shout out to Joe. She's talking about because I was gonna do it eventually, but what had happened was, girl, anyway, she claims she was gonna do it until they got into Dirty Plate Gate. Y'all remember when they got into that little argument back and forth with the Peely Hatchie posse because that dirty plate was on the table and Akeisha was acting like she was all that in a bag of chips and she didn't understand why she had to see chips crumbs on her plate. That's what was going on. But ma'am, I just want to say this because I don't know if I remember correctly, but somebody can correct me down in the comments respectfully. You shaded Letitia when you met her and Marie last season at that restaurant. Your first season. I'm sorry, not last season. Your first season on the show. You stated that you didn't want to really collab with them because they didn't really have any pull. They didn't really know what really was going on. So why would you want to work with them? You remember that? And I remember Marie vividly saying something about you can't trust a person with light eyes or something. I don't know what it was, but I remember Marie having an issue with the way that Akeisha was coming across, because a lot of us as viewers had an issue with the way that she was coming across as well, because that's when Letitia was still pretending to be a good girl, a nice girl, a girl's girl. Okay, so yeah, there's that. So I don't believe that you ever wanted to work with her. And I think that you want to do your own thing, but just say that. So Akeisha said, you know, Ferris Street is on the move, so y'all don't have to worry about that. I did put in a bid for a property. Kiki has the takeover spirit. That's what I feel. Because when she did that whole event with Marie and Essie, she likes things ever so. She likes things a certain way. And if those things aren't that way, then she's not going to want to attach her name to it. So I can see her not wanting to work with Letitia because she's looking at the example of her brunches. So she's like, girl, I'm not going to put you on no Ferris Street project with me. Now, she ain't going to say it out loud, but that's exactly what she's saying when ain't nobody watching, and she ain't fooling me. She has a takeover spirit, and she does not feel like TT has anything to offer. Let's just keep it real. Now on to the state capitol and that little scandal and Marie being left out. I just realized, though, in this segment, as they're talking, Sophia Shante So Gucci irritates me so bad for some reason. I don't know. It's just something about when she speaks, it just seems rehearsed. Now, her first season, she was more real, but it's like now she be, and I don't know, and I don't know. It's just the way she be moving her hands and carrying on. I'm like, oh, child. Naomi, please. Just please. So Carlos asked Sophia how the invitation came about to the Capitol. Tambra sent Sophia a text and told her that one person wasn't invited due to something like fraud. So then Tambra said, well, from what I knew, everybody was invited. But what I am guilty of is not contacting Marie directly, because really I ain't want to fool with her. Now, Carlos had to drag it out of her like, girl, why didn't you contact Marie? And Tambra's like, well, I had erased her number on my phone because of what she did going down there to meet that ex. She said she told Letitia that Marie wasn't invited verbatim. Everything that she knew, she repeated it to Letitia. So Marie said, well, Letitia called me and told me that I wasn't invited. That's how I found out. Marie thinks it's Tambra because she didn't want to be around her. So then Tambra was like, well, I thought Tisha was going to invite her. Now, Tam, you might have a little iron problem. Because, baby, that don't make no damn sense. How you thought that Tisha was going to invite Marie when you just sat up here and said that you told Letitia Marie was not invited and told her why verbatim? Make it make sense. So you mean to tell me if you know that someone is uninvited, that they're going to then come knowing that they're not welcome? Girl, goodbye and good night. So, baby, then we find out that Tambra's cousin, you know, the one that was putting together the bling fling or spring fling or whatever, the sip and see, gender reveal. Come to find out, the cousin worked down at the Capitol. I was like, okay, it's all making sense. It is all making sense. She messed with her cousin, so she excluded Marie. That's just plain and simple. Now, sometimes your cousins can ride for you and you don't know they riding. But Tambra, you knew damn well that cousin kept Marie from down there to that Capitol. And Letitia, I'm going to say this to you. You flew under the radar because that cousin don't like you too tough either. Okay, she wasn't just pinpointing Marie. She don't like you either. She was just looking out for her cousin. That's what I feel like. I feel like she knew the Bells were coming. And so she was like, you know what? Everybody on this list except Marie, because Tambra told her everything that Marie had been doing. And also she probably saw it on the show. So she was just looking out for her family. But Tambra, you definitely lying. You knew something about it, girl. Now don't make me start side-eyeing you, honey, and having to, you know, I'm going to have to look at Marie and be like, Marie, you might be telling the truth. Child, this right here is a fool. Moving forward. So Tisha feels like Tambra's cousin definitely kept Marie off that list after she rewatched the show, because why else would Marie not be invited? And then mysteriously and coincidentally, your cousin is at the Capitol. So Carlos asked Tambra, were you happy that Marie wasn't there? Child, and was. She was just hemming and hawing and looking. I'm like, girl, you know you was happy that lady was not there. And y'all did it on purpose. So baby, they break for lunch. Tisha starts walking up to Latrice saying, I ain't lie. You gonna say I lied? I ain't lie. Latrice, you ain't nothing but an insecure bitch. I said, girl, first of all, I do not like how Letitia, Marie, Akeisha on the slick, even though she trying to act like she neutral, baby, you're not Switzerland, and Sophia Shantae Soguchi are all coming for Latrice. It's all everybody on one person. That's not cool. Is Latrice the most articulate one out of the group? Absolutely not. Because sometimes she takes some accountability for certain things. Absolutely. Especially after what went down between her and Marie when she was running over there to that blogger. And she admitted that she did have a hand in that when she sat with Essie down to the goddess lengths. But outside of that, why are y'all all ganging up on one person? And Letitia, baby, what is all this smoke you got for Latrice? All this venom? Baby, you saying this with your whole chest. I was looking at her like, what? So Marie trying to tell Letitia, girl, don't even worry about that. Come on, girl, let's go eat. Let's go get something to eat. Girl, don't even worry about her. So then she walks up and Latrice says something to Marie. So Marie turns around. You don't want it. You don't want it with me. Oh, husband made bitch. Oh, wench. I mean, she was just going off. She was like, you don't want this. I'll lay you out. So baby, I'm like, not y'all trying to fight in your mall couture gowns. Honey, what are y'all doing this? Marie steady mouthing off. She going off. Do you hear me? And Latrice, child, she was trying to get around. Baby, Latrice was trying to pretend to get around. Honey, I wouldn't want to go up against Marie and them finger waves. I tell you that. So Marie steady mouthing off, and Carlos is trying to talk to Latrice. He's trying to calm her down. He's like, let's just go in here and talk. Cameras down. Talk to me, Latrice. Yes, because you can see that it's everybody against one. Carlos, now, you gonna need to correct that. Marie, you are a bully. And Latrice didn't even bother you this season. I don't know what the issue is. You've never liked her. And so since you've never liked her from season 1, episode 1, you are still carrying on with that same BS. I thought y'all had moved past it when you invited her down there to that birthday party where you and Essie were dressed like twins and you were in there hollering about Cedric saved my life. I thought y'all had got past it then. Then y'all sat down to the Mexican restaurant when Glendale was acting a fool in the parking lot and following Letitia all around Jackson. I thought y'all had got past it then. Then you went down to the mansion party at the Airbnb for Sophia Shantae Soguchi and her birthday. Y'all were outside kikiing. I thought y'all had gotten past it then. Here we go today, and you ready to fight her like somebody in the street. And for what? But baby, while Latrice hollered, get you a car. So Marie still in that utility van? I'm confused. I said, baby, now get you a car. Oh, honey. The way they were hurling insults at each other. Marie, you don't want to fight that woman. Not you, because you own the methadone clinics. Why would you want to fight her? Y'all got so much to lose and y'all are acting a country fool. Child, this right here is a mess. And Marie, leave that lady alone. Leave that lady alone. And Letitia, you walking up steady calling Latrice out her name, calling her a bit Miss Women's Empowerment. It's giving fake and phony. Just like that damn Enterprise. It ain't got no laptop, no desktop, no printer, no fax machine, or nothing else. Okay, it's giving storefront. And that was the end of Reunion Part 1. I have to say, Reunion Part 1 just jumped off. And I did not know where all the venom was spewing from. I was like, Letitia. Because this is the thing. Why are you so mad? Because she said something that offended others that could easily be corrected if you had a conversation. When you and her and Cliff and Glendale went for that double date, y'all sat down, y'all talked about it. But as soon as you get in front of Marie, you start showing your whole Coming to America tail. Why you acting like that? You be showing out. I can't stand people that show out. Girl, you don't really got that much smoke for that lady to be calling her out of her name. But here we are. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about Part 1. Baby, this is a mess. This is just a mess. I can only imagine Part 2. Woo, child. Y'all comment and I'm going to comment back. If you have not already, go over there and check out Ready to Love Reunion Part 1 and then come back here in case you didn't get to finish. But if you made it here, that means you did finish. So thank you for watching. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.